For thousands of years, every culture on Earth told stories of massive, fire-breathing beasts that ruled the skies. But here's the question that's haunted historians for centuries. Were dragons real? The evidence might shock you. From ancient China to medieval Europe, from the Americas to the Middle East, dragons appear in every corner of human history. But why? Why would civilizations that never contacted each other all describe the same creature? Let's start in ancient China, where dragons weren't just myths. They were deeply woven into the culture. The Chinese dragon, or long, was said to control water, weather, and floods. But here's where it gets interesting. Ancient Chinese texts describe dragons with such specific detail that scholars wondered if they were based on real animals. Meanwhile, in medieval Europe, dragons were portrayed very differently, as massive, winged reptiles with 4 legs, breathing fire and hoarding treasure. Knights claimed to have slain them. Towns displayed supposed dragon bones in their churches. Were these just stories, or was there something more? For centuries, people displayed what they called dragon bones in museums and churches. But here's the twist. When scientists finally examined these bones in the 1800s, they discovered something incredible. They weren't dragons at all. They were dinosaur fossils. Imagine you're a farmer in ancient China, plowing your field, and you uncover massive bones, ribs as tall as a person, skulls with enormous teeth, leg bones thicker than tree trunks. Without modern science, what would you think you'd found? A dragon, of course. But dinosaur bones weren't the only inspiration. Meet the Komodo dragon, the largest living lizard on Earth. Growing up to 10 feet long with razor-sharp teeth, venomous saliva, and the ability to take down prey twice their size. When Indonesian islanders first described these creatures to European explorers, they called them dragons, and they weren't wrong. Then there are crocodiles, armored reptiles that have remained virtually unchanged for 200 million years. In ancient times, massive saltwater crocodiles could grow over 20 feet long. Imagine encountering one of these prehistoric predators in a river. Now imagine trying to describe it to someone who'd never seen one. But what about the wings? Dragons are always shown flying, right? Well, meet the pterosaur, massive flying reptiles that dominated the skies for 160 million years. Some species had wingspans of over 30 feet. Could ancient peoples have encountered living pterosaurs? Most scientists say no, but some evidence is puzzling. Here's another theory that might surprise you. Whale bones. When massive whale carcasses washed up on ancient shores, their enormous skeletons could easily be mistaken for sea dragons or serpents. In fact, many coastal sea dragon legends might have started from these very discoveries. But here's the big question. What about fire breathing? Could any animal actually breathe fire? Scientists have discovered something fascinating. While no animal can literally breathe flames, nature has created some pretty close alternatives. The bombardier beetle can spray boiling chemical explosions from its abdomen, reaching temperatures of 212 degrees Fahrenheit. It literally has explosive chemical reactions happening inside its body. If evolution created this in an insect, what might have been possible in a much larger reptile? Others point to volcanic activity. Many dragon legends originate from volcanic regions. Ancient people witnessing eruptions, as with fire, smoke, and the earth itself seeming to come alive, might have attributed these natural disasters to massive underground beasts. Now here's a controversial theory. Humans and dinosaurs were separated by 65 million years. That's scientific fact. But some researchers suggest that ancient humans passed down stories of megafauna they actually encountered. Giant reptiles, massive birds, enormous mammals that went extinct only thousands of years ago. Take Megalania, the 20-foot monitor lizard that lived in Australia until about 40,000 years ago, when humans were already there. Indigenous Australian legends speak of giant reptiles. Coincidence? Maybe not. So could a real dragon have existed? Scientists have actually calculated what it would take. A creature would need hollow bones like a bird for flight, a massive wingspan, and possibly a gas-based breath weapon rather than true fire. Unlikely, but not completely impossible. So were dragons real? The answer is both yes and no. Were there massive, fire-breathing, flying reptiles? Almost certainly not. But were there real animals, dinosaurs, giant lizards, massive crocodiles, that inspired these legends? Absolutely. Dragons are humanity's way of making sense of the incredible, terrifying, and awe-inspiring creatures that share our world, both past and present. They're a testament to human imagination, but they're also rooted in very real encounters with nature's most impressive predators. The dragons of legend may have never existed, but the stories they inspired, those are very real, and they're woven into the fabric of human history. And who knows, with millions of species yet to be discovered in our oceans and rainforests, maybe, just maybe, there's still room for a little magic in our world.